So it's been a while since I have posted a video about my car, and I want to quickly explain why. So in that video you just saw, that was recorded back in January earlier this year. So a lot has happened then, and a lot has brought me down, or has brought me here where we're at now. So the car's obviously back and done, complete, ready to go. So I don't really like making a lot of videos of me talking, but I needed to make this one so I can kind of just justify why I haven't posted anything in a while. But I'm gonna try my best to explain everything that went wrong and why it was so long for this car to get back up and running, right? So I went with a, so first off, let's start over here. So if you're new to the channel, this is my 2017 1LE. It is now Pro charged, fully built internals. All the motor engine work was done by me, my dad, and my brothers. So pulled it out, did all the drop-in pistons, rods. The only thing stock on here is the intake valves and the crank. Other than that, everything else has been upgraded and gone from there. So I do need a few things still. I still want to get me a catch can and other stuff like that, but whatever, right? So what happened? I did all, or me, my dad, and everybody else did all the work for the engine and stuff, and the only thing we needed done was the wiring for the meth kit, right? So I went with the Race Proven Motorsports meth kit. Okay, so you'll see their tank back there, right? So I was gonna go with a different tuner because I changed my cam from my Texas Speed one to a boosted cam, but long story short, it didn't really work out with that guy, so I stayed with my current tuner, and he helped me get going. And what came across, the first issue we had with the car was it started up, it was running, but the fan stayed on all the time. So we ended up taking apart this map sensor or whatever, and seeing that one of the pins was pushed in, so we had to pull it out, tested it. And when I tested that one time, I wanted a data log and send it over to my tuner, let him know, hey, now we can tune it a little bit more, right? So I sent it to my tuner, and as I was getting a data log, I looked down in my car, right? So I looked down and I was watching the meth controller, which is in here, right? So I was watching that meth controller and smoke started coming out. Okay, so obviously shut off the car, ran all the way here to the back, pulled this down, and the wires right here was straight, like burning, like it was about to catch fire. So I pulled the wire, car was off, everything. It burnt all the way from here all the way in and into the console, right? So that was the first issue. So obviously called the guy who installed the stuff, took it back, had him rewire it, check the meth controller out, and said everything was good. All right, so went from there, and that's when now this is the second time me going to Dyno, which I have more videos of those too, but it's just pointless of me showing them. But second time went, and for some reason the meth kit wasn't kicking on again, right? And then we also found out my DSX low auxiliary fuel pump wasn't working. So right, that's on the side of the car. So I had to go through DSX, get a replacement for that one, and that ended up coming in maybe in about a month or two, something like that, because this is when the coronavirus started happening, so it was a lot slower. But got that replaced, and then third time went back in on Dyno, and it just didn't want to work. The meth kit didn't want to kick on again. We were thinking maybe it was a fuel pump or something that wasn't showing, or we ran out of fuel, whatever, right? Because I think I made like 790 on pump gas, and it wasn't really running out of fuel at that point, but it was just not registering right, whatever. Tuner knows more than I do, right? So anyways, we went ahead and I left the car there and had him diagnose the wiring issue, is what I expected it to be, because the meth wasn't kicking on. It was either that or the meth kit just, I don't know, had something wrong with it, right? So I ended up leaving it there, and it took about 2 weeks to diagnose, or at least get into the shop, and then it was my turn to get sat down and worked on, right? And so while I was getting diagnosed, I got the call and said, hey, the meth controller is not having any power the way it's wired in right now. So I went, unplugged it. I still had maybe like 2-3 weeks of time for the warranty to go out, so I was able to reach out to AEM and have them send me a new one. But that one itself took 2-3 months, right? And I'm fast forwarding through all this. It sounds like this is like a week of things, but this is in a span of months. So now it's August, I believe, when I received my new AEM controller. So after I received it, took it back to the shop. They plugged it in, or they didn't plug it in right away. They went ahead and checked out all the wiring, which they found out that a lot of things were wired incorrectly, as far as like the pump and other things were like crossed over or whatever. So basically that's why that little electrical fire that I had happened in the start of it all. So anyways, I don't want to keep talking or rambling on about anything, but they found and the issue, rewired everything, so now it looks a lot cleaner back here, and everything's wired back in this little loom. In the process, it did fry my low level sensor, so I have to order a new one, and they haven't responded back to me yet. So that's why this is cut and kind of rigged up a little weird or differently, but the meth now works. My tuner made some time, went out there, put it back in a dyno, fine-tuned it, car's good to go. All right, so long story short, I really wish I went with the Alki system, because I would have installed it myself, because the instructions that come with it are very, very well documented compared to Race Proven Motorsports. They don't have any instructions with it, and they won't help you worth the crap, so whatever. That was done. Actually, another issue we had was the nozzles for the meth were inconsistent, so I had to order some Alki M15 nozzles, dual, so one top, one on bottom. I had to order those took in about maybe another month as well to get in and help me finish the process. Ended up getting some more stuff like the IAT DSX barrel breakout kit that had to get installed with the 3-bar and one matte bar sensor on there, so I had to install that and everything. So regardless, the car is finally back. It's finally up and running. A lot of things happened, a lot of lessons learned. Really really ask about where your car is going. This is one of the main reasons why I work on my own car, because I can avoid issues like this. But I'm just glad the car's back. There's some stuff I want to do to it, more stuff, but right now I do have it on 13 pounds of boost on a 3.9 pulley. So obviously 13 pounds of boost, this Pro Charger can go up to like 39 pounds, I believe. It's making a little more than just over 800 horsepower to the wheels. I will show the dyno numbers once I am ready to upgrade this pulley. I don't want to say everything up right now, because I still want to keep everybody kind of curious about it, and see what kind of cars I can take, or how I do against higher horsepower cars, right? So I don't want anybody to be like, oh no, I want to race you because you're only making this, making that, right? Whatever. But I do look forward to taking it out on the streets and getting on it. I've only done one quick like throttle hit, and the car spins like crazy on my stock tire setup. So I'm gonna put my drag radios on my TTRs and give it another hit and see how it lasts or how it goes. But I can't wait. Cannot wait so I can finally get on this car and do what I can. But yeah, so without further ado, I am going to start it up, let y'all hear it, code start. But yeah, I really wanted to sum up everything and give you all a kind of start to finish. Obviously I'm not going to go into crazy detail. I might later on in the videos when I talk about each and every part and kind of go over what's done to the car. But for now, I just want to let y'all know it's a lot of issues with the shops, and then the whole coronavirus delayed a lot of parts coming in and getting replaced, so I can't get the car up and running. So it's been a long time coming, but the car's finally done and I can finally take it out and have some fun with it. Get used to it first. Obviously it's almost, I would say almost double the power it was making when it was heads and cam. So yeah, can't wait. But got my little fancy switch here to turn on my my meth to arm it basically, and then here's my nitrous one. I'm just kidding, this one doesn't work at all. But yes, this is to now start the meth when I'm ready to get on it and go. But the car is 50/50, 93 and E85, so pretty cool. But yeah, let's give her a go. So now that the car has been on for a little bit, I'm gonna give you all a warm start and show you how it sounds, and then I'll give it some revs and we can go from there. Get ready to finally see me out and see how this car can do. Side note, I had my tuner add a change to how the car acts a little bit as far as when you let go of the throttle. So almost like the newer the refresh of the 6th gen Camaros, or it backfires a lot, or the crackle and pops, whatever y'all want to call it. Got that added on, and this car sounds insane when you get on it and let go or whatever. So I'll show you. Next video I want to make is going to be me, my first real reaction, really getting on it all the way to red line and hitting some gears. So stay tuned, look forward to that. And I'll be in my new house here soon as well. So once that is all done and all these changes are done, be made and all that, hopefully I'm really gonna try to start posting more and going out on some meets and losing and winning some races, right? So stay tuned.